Today I'm going to review the book, What is ChatGPT Doing and Why Does It Work? So here are some details about the book. The book is 112 pages long and it's published in March 2023. And here's the Amazon link. At a high level, the book provides an overview of large language models focusing on ChatGPT. It is an accessible read with less than 100 pages and it can be completed with 3 to 5 hours of read time. This book is a must-read for product managers and engineers who lack a background in machine learning but are interested in utilizing ChatGPT in their products. The language delves into a range of topics, including models, neural networks, language models, embeddings, training of ChatGPT, semantic grammar, the power of computational language, weaknesses of large language models, the future of LLMs, and Wolfram Alpha. Stephen Wolfram, who is the author of the book, has been familiar with neural networks since the 1980s and has closely followed their development ever since. I found his perspective on ChatGPT to be particularly insightful, including his explanation of its training processes and its use of transformers to meaningfully predict one word at a time, as well as his insights on its weakness and future potential. ChatGPT represents a significant milestone in human evolution. And although it is not always 100% accurate, it is able to achieve an impressive 95% accuracy on most language tasks. In summary, I would rate the book as good. That is, I'll give it 3 out of 5. I appreciated the author's contextualization and the high-level overview of ChatGPT, and as an engineer, I gained a few insights in our inner working of ChatGPT. However, there were several technical parts in the book that lacked necessary context and would be difficult to follow for non-technical readers. Nevertheless, I would still recommend the book as it could provide readers with some new terms and ideas to explore on their own. Here are some memorable quotes from the book. So what can we do? The big idea is to make a model that lets us estimate the probabilities with which sequences occur, even though we have never explicitly seen those sequences in the corpus of text that we have looked at. And at the core of ChatGPT is precisely a so-called large language model, that is LLM, and that's been built to do a good job of those probabilities. But the remarkable thing is that the underlying structure of ChatGPT, with just 175 billion parameters, is sufficient to make a model that computes next word probabilities well enough to give us reasonable essay-length pieces of text. Here's another one. In other words, somewhat counterintuitively, it can be easier to solve more complicated problems with neural nets than simpler ones. Another rough reason for this seems to be that when one has a lot of weight variables, one has a high dimensional space with lots of different directions that can lead one to the minimum. Whereas with fewer variables, it is easier to end up getting stuck in local minimum, that is a mountain lake from which there is no direction to get out. And here's the last one. Or put another way, there is an ultimate trade-off between capability and trainability. The more you want a system to make true use of its computational capabilities, the more it's going to show computational irreducibility, and less is going to be trainable. And the more it's fundamentally trainable, the less it's going to be able to do sophisticated computation.